we have some other. We'll list off a name of authors and everything like that that have a lot of
Hmm.
great books that you can definitely look into to kind of get your child going. Kind of like R.L. Stine. You know what
R.L.
I mean?
Stein and Christopher Pike did it for us. So,
Yeah.
and you know that I've been collecting like the young adult horror novel, like fiction novels for a while, like those
Mm.
like the ones from when we were kids with
Yep.
like the blood drip at the top of the like you always know when you're going to find them because they have that blood drip on the corner. Kind of like
Yep.
Goosebumps had like the ooze coming down on this on the sides of theirs over here. They had
Yep.
that blood drip. I've been collecting those and there's so many out there that I didn't even know existed when I was a kid. And I've just been collecting them. I got stacks and stacks to read of all those. So we'll yeah, we definitely gotta fill people in on who to be looking for.
Yeah. I just always remember that as a kid. You know what I mean? When the Scholastic Book Fair came to
Yep,
school and you just had that money lined up, man. You know,
you're ready.
you had the Goosebumps, the Animorphs, you know, and a fucking and a bookmark. And then like I wasn't the guy that got the posters though. I bet you were the guy that got the little Lamborghini posters and shit
No,
like
no, no,
that.
no. Please, all I had was like sports like pictures on my walls, and
Yeah.
that was
S-
pretty much it. And then
Sports Illustrated kids.
yeah, right.
Nah, that was a good time, man. But yeah, definitely Goosebumps. You know what? You know, for me, my favorite Goosebumps, spin-off books were the ones where you kind of create your own destiny, where it was just like skip to page 5
Yeah,
or it's
choose your own
20.
adventure type books. Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh shit, like this is different. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And like, I think that they should actually kind of create like a show like that, kind of like how they did with Black Phone. I think Black Phone did something like
I
that,
think
right?
they did that with adult movies.
Not Black Phone. What am I saying? Like, Black Mirror.
Yeah,
I
they
think they
did that
had a
with
season.
like adult movies.
Adult movies. What
Yeah,
kind of adult
you
movies?
know what kind. You could
Who?
choose what you want them to do.
I
You didn't
don't
see
know.
those apparently. You missed those. But yeah, that would be really cool to get
Actually, you know
that.
what? Yeah, 50 Cent created one of those a long time
I'm
ago.
sure he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what they want you to do.
Speaking of R.L. Stein,
Yeah,
we got something to look forward to this week, huh?
we do. What do we got forward to look to, man?
Fear Street Prom Queen.
Mm.
And if I had actually planned this better, I would have pulled out Prom Queen behind me because it's literally on the shelf over there.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it's an adaptation of the Fear Street series installation, Prom Queen. And this is just a one-off, right? They're not doing
I think
multiple
so.
of this, right?
Yeah, I think it's just one.
So it's the 1992 novel, and it's going to
Mm.
be coming up on Netflix this Friday, May 23rd.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that.
Hell
The,
yeah.
the trailer released last week. That looks great because I'm a big fan of the Fair Street, Netflix series that they had last time. You know, what I mean, those films were great. You know, we got a trilogy last time. Now we got one, but I'm definitely gonna look forward to whatever's next after this because I think that, all his books and everything like that deserve, that
Yeah.
spinoff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think that a lot of kids kind of deserve, what we had as a kid, so, just even having like Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark and stuff. This is that stepping stone. Like, I Are You Afraid of the Dark came back in a different way where it was like a full season like of like the same thing, but it was
Hmm.
just like, I think we need to have that, anthology,
Absolutely.
back for these
Yeah.
kids because I think that's what we're missing today. You know what I mean? It's we're in that time of streaming because it's like everyone knows what they want to watch and it's like the same thing and it's like it's so sad to see, but when I turn on Nickelodeon or Disney for my younger daughter, um, it's the same shit, dude. It's like Loud House and SpongeBob playing
Yeah.
over and over
Over.
on repeat.
I know.
Like how? Like
Right.
what is this? Like where's the selection? Like you know what I mean?
It's
Be
even, I mean, it's even like MTV playing ridiculousness
yeah.
on like for 24 hours. Like, where is
Mm-hmm.
the variety here? Where,
Yeah.
but it's TV's not the same anymore. It's not made the same.
Yeah. Something else popped up today too, and I was just like, remember when MTV had Rock and Jock? You know what I mean?
Oh, snap.
They had a picture of Paulie Shaw playing baseball. Like, dude, that was so crazy.
I used to love that would be like an event getting
Yeah.
ready for Rock and Shock, like the softball one or the basketball one,
Mm.
like, or they did a football one too. I think they did a flag football game. But
Yep.
like, I remember getting so pumped when that was going to be on, and they would play it multiple times over the weekend. But
Yeah.
like, if you caught it after the weekend, they would have like a smaller edited version of it, which was like quicker.
Hmm.
So you just wanted to watch it the weekend of, so you could see like the full. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
We need
wild.
that back. We need that back. I think that's the thing right now where a lot of our celebrities and everything that we didn't know them as much as we do now because it's like you have the Instagram page, we have everything, and they're kind of like giving us that content coming in. So it was just like so different to see them like step up and play basketball,
Yeah,
football, or swim, or just it was those different things. Like you had TLC, Aaliyah playing basketball. They had that higher rim that was just like
yeah.
worth more points and
It was like
shit.
it was like a 20-point shot or something like that, or a 10-point shot. Yeah.
Dude, or even like I'd thrown on Legends of the Hidden Temple and it was like kind of watching that shit all guts, you know what I mean? Fucking wild and crazy
Family double
kids.
dare, all that stuff. Yeah.
What the fuck? Give us this back.
I always want to see like ooze getting dumped on like your mom's head or something like that. And like they're playing Family Double Dare. Like that was the best.
Like that's the closest I got to that right now is shout out to, Flying Lotus and fucking
Yeah,
VHS because he had a little segment of a horror segment of like Legends of the Hidden Temple and I
that's
thought that
right.
was fucking dope.
That was funny.
So had to bring it all around to
Yeah.
connect it back in, you know what I mean? But
Otherwise, we're just two old dudes complaining about the society and kids these
I'm
days.
sure everybody is just listening is like, fuck yeah, yes, yeah, you're right. We need that. We need that. But yeah, man, do something more. But I'm happy that, Fair Street is able to be connecting with the youth of today. And, you know, I think that we're gonna have something special coming up, down the road that's gonna continue to keep doing this. Because actually, you know what? Who else did that? Eli Roth, he made the kids spin-off cartoon
Yes. And
stuff.
also another shout out to something like this, but like they did do a Christopher Pike one of this too. What was that
Hmm.
called? The Initiation.
Yeah,
And that
okay.
was a Netflix show.
Hmm.
It just didn't get the same like
Treatment.
treatment that because it's like Fear Street, R.L. Stine's
Yeah.
Fear Street. Like they didn't do that for that one, but they did a like that was back when right after they did the Fear Street trilogy, they did the
Yeah.
Christopher Pike adaptation. So hopefully they do more of that stuff. And also just like shout out to R.L. Stine. He's still pumping out books like constantly.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
I follow him on X and like it feels like every 3 weeks the dude's like, here's the new cover to this Goosebumps installation or
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and he's still doing it. Like, so that guy's the man, you know?
Yeah. Shout out to R.L. Stein. That was cool because I remember over the pandemic he did like a little video chat thing with I think I forgot which setup it was, but me and Ava were able to kind of go on and do like a live stream,
Cool.
and he was able to ask him questions and stuff like that. So I think that was cool. So shout out to R.L. Stein, still working out there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
hell yeah. I would love, I know he did come around at one point, like a
Mm,
couple of years ago, I think it was, or maybe it was last year. I didn't get to meet him. I would love to meet him at some point. Like
like,
he's a legend, you know?
yeah.
Meet your legends.
I actually seen a little reel the other day with this little comedian guy. He was like, it said, "What do you first think of when you first wake up?" And he goes, "How to get this fucking money?" And he was just like, "Nah, that wasn't it." He goes, I was thinking that actually back in, when I was in preschool and someone put on Goosebumps and I shit my pants." And then somebody was like, "What's that smell?" And he goes, "Me, bitch." He goes, "Nobody should be having goosebumps on like this." But yeah, shout out to Arl Stein making people shit their pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.